Welcome to Learn English with Sara. I'm so happy to have you here with me today, and I hope you're ready for another relaxing and meaningful session of learning English through real-life topics. Today, I want to talk to you about something that silently shapes our lives every single day. It's something we repeat without thinking, something that influences our energy, our mood, our productivity, and even the way we learn English. I'm talking about daily habits, those simple routines that guide our mornings, afternoons, and evenings. And as we go through today's topic, I'll share not only useful English expressions and vocabulary, but also ideas that can help you reflect on your own life and make small but powerful improvements. Every morning when you first open your eyes, you begin a new day filled with possibilities. But the very first things you do often determine how that day will unfold. I used to grab my phone the moment I woke up. I would check messages, look at notifications, scroll through social media, and before I even got out of bed, my mind felt crowded and stressed. Over time, I realized this wasn't the way I wanted to start my day. So I changed the habit. Now I sit up slowly, take 3 deep breaths, and say a positive sentence out loud. It can be something as simple as, "Today is going to be a great day," or "I'm ready for whatever comes." Saying these words helps me feel calm and focused, and because I say them in English, they become a part of my language practice too. This is proof that English learning doesn't need to be difficult. You can blend it naturally into your daily routines. Simple morning sentences like "I wake up at 7 o'clock a.m." or "I get out of bed and stretch my body" can be powerful tools for improving your fluency. Even basic actions such as drinking a glass of water, brushing your teeth, or getting dressed can become English practice moments. Imagine narrating your morning as you move through it, almost like a quiet conversation with yourself. "I stretch my arms, I drink cold water, I open the window, I start my day." The more you speak English through simple habits, the more confident your voice becomes. After waking up, breakfast habits come next. Many people skip breakfast because they are in a hurry, but your body needs energy to start the day properly. Whether you enjoy toast fruit, oatmeal, cereal with milk, or scrambled eggs, you can use each moment to build your English vocabulary. When you prepare your meal, imagine describing it in your mind or even whispering it softly. "I cut the fruit. I make toast. I pour milk into the bowl." It may feel small, but these tiny moments create real learning. As you move through your morning routine, washing your face, taking a shower, choosing your clothes, brushing your hair, you can continue practicing. These habits don't require deep thinking, so your brain can easily handle adding English words to them. And once you begin forming new English habits, you'll see how natural and effortless learning becomes. One of the most interesting parts of morning routines is making your bed. Some people do it automatically, others skip it because they think it doesn't matter. But making your bed is more than just straightening blankets. It's a small act of discipline that can build confidence. When you complete even one small task early in the morning, you create momentum that pushes you forward throughout the rest of the day. Imagine starting your day with the English thought, "I make my bed," followed by the sense of satisfaction that comes from doing something clean and simple. It's a habit that sets the tone for productivity. As you begin your journey to school or work, you may walk, ride a bike, drive, or wait for a bus. These travel moments are perfect for adding English to your life. You can listen to podcasts, songs, or short English videos. This type of multitasking helps transform boring moments into learning opportunities. Even when you're simply walking, you can narrate what you see. "I walk past the cafe, I see people waiting at the bus stop. The sky looks clear today. These little sentences strengthen your speaking muscles. Morning habits flow into afternoon rhythms, and afternoons often bring their own challenges, especially when energy levels drop around 2 or 3 p.m. That tired feeling is something many people experience. Taking a short break, stretching your legs, drinking water, or going for a walk can help your body recharge. In English, you might say, I take a break, I go for a walk, or I need to recharge. Each phrase is simple, but repeating it daily turns it into natural language. And when you need a quiet moment after lunch, you might open your notebook, check your tasks, or listen to something peaceful. These small actions help restore your concentration and remind you to stay consistent with your learning goals. What matters is not the size of the habit, but the consistency of it. Small daily actions can transform your skills, your confidence, and even your identity as an English learner. As the afternoon continues, many people begin looking for ways to stay productive without overwhelming themselves. Sometimes a short walk can clear your mind. Sometimes a quiet moment with a cup of coffee can help bring back focus. And sometimes, simply stretching your arms or rolling your shoulders can wake your body up again. Every small movement is a reminder that your body and mind work together, and giving them attention helps you stay energized. While you move through these moments, you can quietly practice English by describing your actions or your feelings, such as I feel sleepy, I want to stretch, or I need a moment to rest. Choosing what to snack on in the afternoon is another small habit that shapes your energy level. Some people reach for candy or chips, but those foods give only temporary energy and leave you feeling tired again. Healthier snacks like apples, yogurt, or nuts give your body steady strength. When you pick up your snack, you can practice simple English. I eat an apple, I choose something healthy, or I want a small snack. These sentences seem basic, but they train your mind to think in English naturally throughout the day. Small daily choices can lead to meaningful changes, and sometimes one smart decision can transform an entire routine. I remember a friend named Maria, who always said she had no time to study English. She worked long hours and felt exhausted in the afternoon. However, instead of trying to find new time, she simply changed how she used one moment she already had. She used to spend her lunch break scrolling on her phone, but she decided to replace that habit by watching English videos for about 20 minutes every day. After 3 months, she noticed that her listening skills had improved, her vocabulary had grown, and she began speaking with much more confidence. She didn't add extra hours to her schedule. She simply used an existing habit differently. Her story shows that building strong habits isn't about having more time, it's about using the time you already have in a better way. Later in the day, the peaceful rhythm of evening begins. This part of the day often feels like a gentle release from stress, a moment where responsibilities soften and people return to a calmer pace. When you step through your door after school or work, the first simple act of changing into comfortable clothes can feel like a warm welcome home. You might say, I change into comfortable clothes, I take a shower, or I relax after a long day. These sentences allow you to continue practicing English effortlessly while transitioning into the evening. Dinner time is another opportunity to turn everyday actions into practice. Whether you cook for yourself or with family, you can describe each part of the process. When you chop vegetables, boil water, or fry eggs, you can speak softly to yourself, forming English sentences that match your actions. Saying, I chop the onions, I boil the pasta, or I fry the vegetables helps your tongue and your brain work together. Cooking can become a form of meditation, a space where you're not thinking about work or stress. but instead staying gently connected to the present moment. After dinner, many people enjoy sitting down to watch a show or a movie. Watching in English with English subtitles is a wonderful way to absorb new words while seeing and hearing them at the same time. At first, you may need to read every line carefully. Over time, your eyes begin to relax and your ears begin to recognize patterns. Eventually, you may find yourself understanding without relying on the subtitles too much. This kind of progress happens naturally when you expose yourself to English regularly without pressure, just as part of your lifestyle. Some people like to take a walk after dinner. The soft evening air creates the perfect environment for reflection. As you walk down familiar streets, you can look at the houses, the trees, the people passing by, and describe everything in simple English sentences. You might say, "I see a bright street light. There is a dog running in the park," or "The moon looks beautiful tonight." These small observations strengthen your English, but they also help you slow down and appreciate the world around you. The nightly routine that follows is just as important as the morning routine. Turning off your phone earlier gives your mind a moment of calm before sleep. Reading a book helps you relax and transition into a peaceful state. As you close your day, you can use expressions like, "I want to wind down, I call it a night," or "It's time to hit the hay." These phrases are simple and natural, and using them regularly helps them become part of your natural English voice. Consistency is the real secret behind all of these small habits. Even if each action feels tiny, repeating it every day creates a powerful change. Studying English for 20 minutes every day is more effective than studying for 5 hours once in a while. Building habits is not about force or pressure, it's about gentle repetition. Just like exercising your muscles, practicing English strengthens your mental patterns. The more consistently you practice, the more naturally the language becomes a part of your life. Small steps matter more than big plans. Even a simple action like speaking one sentence aloud each night can grow into something much bigger over time. Little by little, your confidence grows, your voice strengthens, and your English becomes a natural part of who you are. When you continue to build these gentle routines, you begin to notice how your identity slowly shifts. At first, you may tell yourself that you want to learn English, but over time, your mind begins to adopt a new belief. You are someone who learns English every day. This change in identity is powerful. When you see yourself as a healthy person, you naturally choose healthier habits. When you see yourself as a disciplined person, you naturally follow routines. And when you see yourself as an English learner, you naturally find small ways to practice throughout the day. Identity leads habits, and habits shape identity. They work together like a circle, each one strengthening the other. One way to support that identity is to practice positive self-talk. The words you speak to yourself matter just as much as the words you speak to others. If you constantly tell yourself that learning English is difficult or that you're not good at languages, your mind will believe that story. But if you speak to yourself with kindness, patience, and encouragement, your confidence will grow. Simple sentences like, "I am improving," "I am capable," or "I learn more." Every day gently reshape the way you see yourself. Even if you don't fully believe them at first, repeating them allows your mind to slowly build new beliefs. Your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become your habits. Another helpful routine is keeping track of your habits. Whether you write them in a notebook, mark them on a calendar, or record them on your phone, seeing your progress helps keep motivation alive. A streak of completed habits, 5 days, then 10 days, then 30 days creates a sense of accomplishment. It becomes a quiet promise to yourself, a reminder that you are taking steady steps toward your future. Tracking your progress doesn't need to be complicated. Even checking off one small English practice session each day can help you feel proud and inspired. As days pass and habits grow stronger, you may begin to imagine larger goals, speaking English, with confidence traveling to a new country, making new friends, understanding movies without subtitles, or simply feeling comfortable expressing your thoughts. But big dreams are built from small daily actions. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to stay consistent one day at a time. Every learner experiences moments of doubt or low motivation, and it's natural to feel tired or overwhelmed. But these moments don't define your journey. What truly matters is your commitment to return to your habits even after a difficult day. Discipline grows each time you choose to continue. You may not see progress immediately, but small improvements accumulate silently until one day you look back and realize how far you've come. It's also important to recognize and replace bad habits. Whether it's staying up too late, spending too much time on your phone, or skipping important routines, changing these habits starts with awareness. Instead of simply trying to remove a bad habit, replace it with a good one. Swap late-night scrolling for reading a book. Replace junk food with a healthier snack. Trade unproductive time for a short English podcast. By giving your mind something positive to do, you gently guide yourself toward better choices. Change doesn't happen quickly, but with patience and repetition, these positive habits begin to take root. One of the most inspiring lessons from building habits is learning that progress is not about sudden breakthroughs. It's about quiet, steady effort. The transformation may feel slow, but the results are lasting. You begin to trust yourself more. You begin to believe in your ability to grow. And once you believe in yourself, you open the door to endless possibilities. Your daily habits become the invisible force shaping your future. Before we end this topic, I want you to take a moment to think about one small habit you can begin tomorrow. Not a big plan, not a difficult challenge, just one tiny action that is so simple you cannot say no to it. Maybe it's listening to English for 10 minutes in the morning. Maybe it's saying one sentence out loud at night. Maybe it's describing your actions while you cook or walk. Whatever habit you choose, commit to it gently and consistently. And as days pass, watch how this small habit begins to change how you feel, how you think, and how you learn. Your future is built in the quiet moments of your day. The routines you repeat become the story of your life. Whether you want to improve your English, strengthen your health, or grow as a person, remember that every transformation begins with small actions. The real magic happens not in the big decisions, but in the daily choices that seem almost too small to matter. If today's topic inspired you, I hope you carry this reminder with you. You are capable of amazing things. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to begin. With one small habit repeated one day at a time, you can create a future that feels brighter, stronger, and more meaningful. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like the video, share it with someone who might need it. Subscribe for more English learning content and leave a comment telling me one new habit you want to start. I would love to hear from you.